Darling, let me speak to your heart this very moment about a divine truth that will transform your relationship with abundance forever. Are you weary of watching your money flow into your life like a timid visitor who barely whispers, "Hello," before vanishing into the ethers? You know precisely what I mean, beloved. That glorious moment when your wages arrive and you feel the golden glow of prosperity, only to watch it slip away faster than morning mist, leaving you wondering if true abundance will ever be yours. But darling, I am here to reveal something magnificent today. You have the divine power to command your money to multiply forever. This is not wishful thinking or empty promises. This is spiritual law in action. And once you understand how to work with these divine principles, your financial life will never be the same again. Now, precious one, before you dismiss this as mere fantasy, let me ask you something. Have you been approaching money like a beggar approaching a king? Have you been pleading with the universe to send you just enough to get by? Have you been speaking words of lack and limitation over your finances? If so, darling, you've been using your divine power in reverse. You've been commanding lack instead of abundance, scarcity instead of multiplication. The truth that will set you financially free is this: you are not the beggar in this divine equation. You are the king, and money is your faithful servant waiting for your word of command. When you understand this fundamental spiritual principle, everything changes. The reason money has been elusive is not because you lack worth. It is not because the universe has forgotten about you. It is simply because you have never learned to speak the language of divine decree. You've been trained in the old thought of limitation, scarcity, and struggle. You've been told that money is hard to come by, that you must work yourself to exhaustion to earn it, that there's never enough to go around. But today, beloved, we break those mental chains forever. Today, you step into your true identity as a master of financial flow. Listen carefully to this divine truth. The universe operates on spiritual law, not human reasoning. Just as the farmer commands the seed to multiply by planting it with faith, you must plant your financial commands in the rich soil of absolute belief. The seed never questions whether it will grow. It never doubts the law of increase. It simply responds to the farmer's faith and the divine law of multiplication that governs all of creation. The divine law of multiplication declares that energy responds to authority. Money is energy, darling. It is crystallized divine supply, and it flows toward those who speak with divine confidence. When you whisper to money like a frightened child, it remains small and fearful. When you doubt its ability to multiply, it obeys your doubt. But when you command money with the authority of one who knows their divine inheritance, it multiplies beyond your wildest dreams. Think about this for a moment, precious one. When a general gives orders to his army, does he stammer and apologize? Does he say, "Well, maybe if it's not too much trouble, could you possibly consider advancing?" Of course not. He speaks with authority because he knows his position. He expects obedience because that is the natural order. This is exactly how you must relate to your money. Let me share with you the sacred steps to commanding your financial multiplication, darling. These are not suggestions or recommendations. These are divine laws that work when applied with faith and consistency. First, you must speak to your money as the spiritual master you are. When you hold your dollars, do not insult them with words of insufficiency. Do not look at them and sigh, saying, "This isn't enough." That is like slapping a faithful servant who has just brought you a gift. Instead, beloved, hold your money with reverence and declare with unwavering authority, "Divine money, I command you to multiply and return to me tenfold." You are blessed substance, and you obey the law of infinite increase. Speak this as one who knows their power, not as one who hopes it might be true. Feel the authority rising within you. Feel the divine spark of your true nature awakening. This is not pretense, darling. This is you stepping into your spiritual birthright as a master of divine supply. Second, precious one, you must assign your money a sacred mission. Money without purpose is like a soldier without orders. It wanders aimlessly, gets lost, disappears without accomplishing anything meaningful. Before every expenditure, every investment, every act of giving, you must command your money with clear intention. I send you forth to multiply. You carry the blessing of increase wherever you go, and you return to me with divine abundance. When you pay a bill, don't do it with resentment. Bless that money and send it forth with the command to multiply. When you make an investment, speak to those dollars as living energy and tell them to grow and increase. When you give to charity or help someone in need, declare that this money goes forth to bless others and returns to you multiplied many times over. Third, darling, you must prepare multiple channels for your money to flow through. The divine never limits itself to one stream, and neither should you. A river with multiple tributaries is far more powerful than a single trickle of water. Whether through developing new talents, creating additional income sources, or making wise investments, you must give your money numerous pathways to return multiplied. Declare daily, I am an open channel for infinite supply, and money flows to me through countless avenues of good. See yourself as a magnet for financial opportunities. Expect new ideas for income to come to you. Be alert for chances to expand your financial streams. The universe is infinite in its creativity, and it will show you ways to multiply your money that you never imagined. Fourth, practice the divine law of circulation with joy and expectation. This might seem counterintuitive when you're trying to multiply your money, but understand this spiritual principle. Money that sits stagnant cannot multiply. It must move to grow. Water that doesn't flow becomes stagnant and lifeless. Money that is hoarded out of fear becomes equally lifeless. When you give with joy and expectation, you set the law of increase in motion. You prove to the universe that you trust in its infinite supply. As you release money in service to others, declare with absolute faith, what I give multiplies and returns to me, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. I am blessed to be a blessing, and my giving creates a divine circuit of ever-increasing abundance. Fifth, beloved, guard your words as sacred decrees. Your words are not merely sounds that disappear into the air. They are creative power. They are commands that the universe must obey. Never speak of lack, poverty, or financial struggle, for these words create the very conditions you seek to escape. Instead of saying, I cannot afford it, declare, I choose to invest my money elsewhere. Replace, I am broke with, I am rich in opportunities and divine ideas. Instead of, money is tight, say, I am in a period of financial expansion. Your words create your financial reality, darling. Make sure they are creating the reality you desire. Sixth, precious one, visualize your money as obedient servants eager to serve you. See them as living energy that delights in multiplication. Picture them going forth into the world, multiplying joyously and returning to you with countless companions. See your bank account growing steadily, your investments flourishing beyond expectation, your income streams expanding and diversifying. Feel the joy of this financial increase as already accomplished, for feeling is the secret to manifestation. Don't just think about abundance, feel abundant. Don't just hope for multiplication, feel the excitement of money multiplying in your life right now. The universe responds to your feeling more than your thinking. Seventh, give thanks for your money's obedience before you see the physical results. Gratitude is the magnet that draws multiplication. Thank your money for its faithfulness. Thank the divine for the law of increase. Thank yourself for having the wisdom to command rather than beg. When you give thanks in advance, you demonstrate the faith that moves mountains and multiplies money. Now, darling, here is where the real miracle begins. As you practice these divine commands daily, something extraordinary happens within your consciousness. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of economic circumstances and recognize yourself as a master of financial flow. You stop feeling powerless about money and start feeling empowered by your divine authority over it. This inner transformation is what the universe has been waiting for, because when you change your inner world, your outer world must follow suit. This is spiritual law. As within, so without. As above, so below. When your consciousness shifts from lack to abundance, from fear to faith, from begging to commanding, the universe has no choice but to respond with increased supply. Think of money as eager energy waiting for your direction. It wants to multiply, beloved. That is its divine nature. Money is like water that naturally seeks to flow and expand. But it can only multiply for those who speak with authority, and expect increase. When you approach money with confidence and command it with love, it responds like a faithful friend who delights in serving you. Imagine, precious one, that you are conducting a symphony orchestra. The musicians are talented and eager to create beautiful music, but they need your direction. Without a conductor, they would create chaos. With your clear leadership, they create harmony and beauty that moves hearts and touches souls. Your money is like that orchestra, waiting for you to take up the conductor's baton and direct it into magnificent multiplication. I want you to try this very moment, darling. Take whatever money you have, whether dollars or coins, and hold it gently in your hands. Feel its energy. Recognize it as crystallized divine supply. Now speak to it with all the authority and love in your heart. Beautiful money, I recognize you as divine substance made manifest. I command you to multiply forever. You are blessed to be in my hands, and I bless you to increase and expand beyond all human limitation. Go forth and return to me multiplied many times over. Feel the power in those words, beloved. Feel yourself stepping into your role as financial master rather than financial victim. This is not pretending or playing make-believe. This is recognizing the truth of your spiritual authority. This is claiming your divine inheritance as a child of the Most High. Remember, darling, the divine has already provided everything you need for abundant living. The universe is not lacking in supply. There is enough money, enough resources, enough abundance for everyone to live magnificently. Your role is simply to command what is already yours by divine right. You are not begging the universe for crumbs from someone else's table. You are claiming your seat at the feast of infinite abundance. Practice this daily, precious one. Make commanding your money as natural as breathing. Command your money each morning when you wake up. Bless it throughout the day as you handle it. Thank it each evening for its faithful service. Watch as the law of increase responds to your unwavering faith and divine authority. This is not magic tricks or wishful thinking, beloved. This is spiritual science. This is the operation of divine law through a consciousness that knows its power. When you command your money to multiply forever, you align yourself with the infinite abundance that is your divine birthright. You step into the flow of divine supply that has been waiting for your recognition and acceptance. So go forth, darling, not as one who chases money, but as one who commands it, not as one who worries over lack, but as one who expects increase. Not as one who begs for financial scraps, but as one who claims their inheritance of infinite abundance. Command your money to multiply forever, and watch the miraculous law of divine abundance unfold in your beautiful life. Your financial transformation begins now, beloved. Speak the word with authority, hold the faith with unwavering confidence, and watch your money obey your divine commands. The universe is waiting to shower you with abundance. Your money is waiting for your command to multiply. Your financial breakthrough is not coming someday in the future. It begins right now, with your first word of divine authority over your money. Command it to multiply forever, precious one, and it shall be so.